Hi, Rick Forcia here. And you're here because you're interested in an alternative way of implementing New Year's resolutions, because they probably haven't worked for you in the past, just like for me. So I'm going to share with you 3 examples of a method, a system, if you will, that I've used to successfully implement change in my life, some major changes. So you can refer to the article at rickforcia.me, a revolutionary approach to New Year's resolutions, that I wrote as an intro, a preamble, if you will, to this video. It talks more about New Year's resolutions and why they fail, etc. But I want to give you the scoop as to what works and why. So we are creatures of habit as humans, whether it's brushing our teeth, tying our shoes, the route we take to work. We function on habit and routine. And that's okay. What's important is we understand that, because that's the emphasis, the essence of making changes in our lives, is creating new patterns of behavior and new habits. So how do we go about doing that? Sounds great. Sounds easy. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 examples with some points on how I did it, how I was successful. So I'll start with a simple example of doing more writing. So I wanted to write more consistently. So I took a look first at where I was spending the time in my day and where I could add time or replace time, if you will, because you can't really add time. So where can I replace time in my day? And when I did that inventory, I discovered I was spending a lot of time on social media. Now, I could still accomplish what I wanted for my business and personal by cutting it back by probably 1 to 2 hours a day. So that's what I did. I implemented writing instead of social media. And I also created an environment for myself to work in. So what was that going to look like? So whether it was writing at a desk or using headphones with music, whatever that might be, I created a pattern, a system that would encourage my writing. It was also a time thing, so I really try and do it in the morning between 9 and noon. I started small, 1 to 2 hours a day. That was it. But over time, a month or two, it added up. The body of work that I was creating increased significantly to comparisons in the past. So it's instituting a pattern of behavior, what needs to go out for something else to come in, right? So that's what I did for writing. The second one was a bit more significant change, and that was reducing my sugar intake. Now this one, I was at probably 100 grams of sugar a day. I'm going to guess 25 teaspoons a day of added sugar at one point in my life. And I wanted to reduce it to the 32 grams that the World Health Organization encourages for men. This I didn't go in cold turkey, and it wasn't a question of replacing anything from a time perspective. It was doing research. It was replacing food. So it wasn't a time thing, it was a choice thing regarding food. I would read labels, I did my research, reduced my processed foods, as an example, fast foods. And I did it over time, which was the recommendation. No cold turkey, not like with alcohol. This was a reduction over time. And that was to increase my chance of success. So to minimize my body's awareness that the sugar was being reduced. And it worked. It's been a couple of years now, and I feel great. The third one was the big one, and that was alcohol reduction. And that was not just reduction, that was a dependency that I had, and I wanted to get rid of it completely. Now, you don't have to wait for a crisis like I did, where I became physically dependent upon alcohol. I don't recommend that. But sometimes that's what we need in our lives. And so whatever it is that's the catalyst, embrace it and say, okay, what is it that I want to change in my life? And for me, it was the complete removal of alcohol and the dependency of it. So when I recognized that, I did some research as well. What support did I need? What resources? What people, places, meetings, activities? Recognizing when I drank, when were my trigger points? So in the evening, as an example, from 6 o'clock during the work days and 4 o'clock in the afternoons. It was important then for me to find other activities to do that would remove that pattern of behavior that induced it before. So removing myself from the environment I was in, from maybe the people I was around, the activities I was doing, like watching TV, and finding new activities, people, and places to replace the old ones, to create a new pattern, a new system that I could embrace that would help break the cycle of the old one. It was also important in this one that I did it day by day. It was getting through a day, feeling successful, being successful, and then getting through a week, and then slowly getting through a month, and working towards 90 days, which is really important for creating new neural pathways for a deeply entrenched habitual behavior. So that was my goal, was 90 days, but I really focused on the 1 day at a time and 1 week at a time at the most, and be flexible in my plan. What wasn't working, throw that out, add something new. So be flexible in your plan, have an action plan, know what your triggers are, and replace those activating events, people and places, with other healthier new ones that create a new pattern or help you create a new pattern of behavior. Now I have a tool that will help you with making these decisions. It's called the Choice Comparison Matrix. I've talked about it before. I'm going to offer it again. It's in the link below. It's at choosingtothrive.com. Let's see, and it's /ccmtool-intro/. But again, I'll put that link at the bottom of this post. Please use it. Try it out. It's really worked for me. It's been so beneficial, and I'd like you to try it. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments about it, or this video, or the article, please contact me. I'd love to hear from you. Let's have a discussion, a conversation. I'd love to hear how you're doing with your New Year's resolutions. They don't have to be a bust. They don't have to be something that we're scared of embracing. Make it manageable. Know what you need to do. Think about it. Create a manageable action plan, and you will be successful. Be motivated. Do it for you, not for anyone else. Know your motivation, your inspiration, and you will be successful. Take care. Until next time, I am Rick Forte.